Wick is lit coming soon. We out here in Cali vibing with no jumper, man, you know? Go with him.
That be going crazy.
I know I be trolling. I'ma show you how to troll though. Come on.
That nigga dead. Nobody care about what he did or what he said. Man, his homie killing ants, but shit, at least them niggas slid. I can't tell you what I did, no cap, cause most of them niggas dead. I can't tell you what I did, cause I'll probably be in the feds, gang shit. Better ask about drill wick, I changed shit, changed whips. Hit a few niggas up with the same blick. I just ran up 30,000 last week, ain't changed fits. When it's violence in my community, you already know they blame Wick. Hey, Keno felt that fat couldn't run no more, he thought it was over. 2 blocks, I'm like 2 pistols, he knew it was a close one. Goofy came my block, he got one off, but now he toasted. Glock 23, I call it tally, cause this bitch a blower. Druid really grew up my overtext and I ignored her. Take pictures with all my fans, fuck that, my supporters. Start my bitch a biz, she scratch our goals and I support her. Call my phones 100 in, what's the order? Boy, this shit ain't new to me, I've been spending on the ops. Druid, he a bastard, I ain't grow up with a pops. I was out ditching school, testing my accuracy on they block. They say, why they call you drills? Cause I really been on the lot. Shooters know the shooters, and the killers know the killers. You niggas don't look familiar, I don't know none of you niggas. And I'm jumping out on feet, but caught my first one out the window. And if we ain't DOA him, then he was fighting in a spittle. Seen shit walk him down, the gun jammed, he thought it was over. Really died, a nigga got hit in his head, but God was over. Rocket had put fin them niggas crazy cause he folded. Tan ain't had to say shit when he got that room, but he told it. Boy, this shit ain't new to me, I've been spending on the ops. You niggas ain't kill shit, videos the only thing you drop. I'm a low-end terrorist, I really spit every block. Call me Druid, Osama, I done went up on all the ops. That nigga dead, nobody care about what he did or what he said. Man, his homie killing ants, but shit, at least them niggas slid. I can't tell you what I did, no cap, cause most of them niggas dead. I can't tell you what I did, cause I'll probably be in the feds.
You don't walk around here at night. Yes, sir. You know, kill you, strip you, and take a big one.
I'm a trophy around this bitch, nigga. They call me big homie. Master level, bro, you drop me, you get like 10 bodies. Payroll let you celebrate it. Don't be his 10 body. Undefeated heavyweight, nigga, I think I'm big baby. Half a brick, slapped it all grams, these horns go crazy. Slap his bitch, knock down his mans, Javante Davis. We hang niggas, cab the clan, come get your shit painted. Drop bodies and bags to plan, ain't nothing gon' change me. Rambo, I stand on my name, they know I pop shit. Dirty choppers at my mama house, she know we drop shit. Get in those streets, take will come with it. You bet not snitch, we slump shit everywhere in my city. I cannot flip. In the cell, 8 with his mans looking at his portrait. Like, damn, cuz, what happened to him? I know you salty. Sugar turn to shit, you get static with your partner. They start scratching with some pits. He can't shake up out that coffin. They was calling, trying to squash it. Don't want war with us. Mama house blew up. Dude got his noodle touched. At Geno's caught him lacking. Took my 40, smacked him up. Man, y'all lucky we is on camera. I would've built your ass up. We started stepping around this bitch. I bet they vouch for it. Little niggas look up to me. Don't know we dropped they big homies. Out of town hunt niggas. I always got my stick on me. I took a life when niggas took some shit from me. Gashers moving silence. We don't post nothing. I promote violence. They go smoke some. Shaquille O'Neal with an AR Gillos and go post up. My baby 24. R.I.P. Kobe. He gon' show up. Sit you next to Kobe, brother. Then scratch off doing donuts. Let Giants sleep. Why y'all won't come fuck with me? These niggas spinning around, think they tough as me. Shooting shit from up the street. How could you ever think that you had nuts like these? Gonna be another chapter in our killing spree. Hero, how you catch me, bro? You go crazy, I'm still stepping though. Smack this shit while Hollis is back to back and watch this head come off. 19, he got bodies, a real gangster. Gang, I'm vouching for him. They know my name, I do this bitch for crushing shit. I ain't no local joke. Drop me, you gon' die. Bet my brother smoking shit, one of them niggas. Know my son gon' be a man character with his switch complete, not mission. You ain't right about your brother, but if I smack one of your bitches on camera, your pussy ass probably be laying in my bushes. We stay dangerous when in the chamber, bro. My mama raised a gangster. I'ma die dying. They gon' have my funeral at a stadium. It's us or y'all. I don't trust a soul. My city small, everybody related. Got cousins and brothers we don't know about. Lot of niggas getting money, I don't matter. Killers control the clout. I had static with millionaires when I was worth an ounce, couldn't get me dropped. I still got my glizzy out. Jumping, I'll be getting down. We hit the whole city with choppers, don't come through here. Playing around, my papa shot my daddy, cuz it's in my blood to slang his arm. Long way from 8 balls, all that money gon' put us over the top. If you ain't CAB, you a op. That's just how we rock, race killers in the ghetto, call out of town, they come through, pop your top, nigga. You a op. That's just how we rock, race killers in the ghetto, call out of town, they come through, pop your top.
killed him in my way. Bounce out on his block with Drake and Blast. He run, he done that chop, eat up his face. We do his and bounce back in them cars, we right back towards the 8. Bitches claim they love me, they just love that sack, I made her wait. We scratch out the scene and this bitch get the stream and this is straight. Ski on, they ain't see me, I'm dogging the demon past the Jake. Don't claim that you need me, you just want that cheese and I'm gonna make you wait. Threw her up and he went easy, happy he grabbed a bait. They call me go cause I stand on all 10 and I go get shit done. I don't care about niggas, I could treat them boys just like my son. I pop out, switch on me, FN on me, play, then you done. You know how we bounce out on your block, we hop out chopsticks, please don't run. Told that bitch she could come suck me up, I might toss her some huns. We get bored, it ain't shit else to do, so we go on some hunts. We suit up, we go load up the clips, fuck the stick, grab the drum. Catch a face and I'm gon' whack her, put his bitch ass in that trunk. We gon' spin, it's like 3 o'clock, but we ain't tired. One of my brothers jump your gate and you play crazy, then you die. Let's play faces red, I keep telling 30, don't join the live. Lil D chases ass, brought my twin cause we get real salami. I put that gin up to his face, he closed his eyes. Lil folks got a face shot and somehow up to this damn day he still alive. How yo gun it, cause this the rack and most just don't survive. Out that window with that jerko playing pros and cons line. We chase face cars, I heard that ESO come with like 10. We gon' still take that little scrap, fuck if it's Gogs, Lock or a gin. I love Ben Frank, I think me and bro could be best friends. Heard he died for this gang, I bet he won't do that again. Switchy smack his face, Drenchy switch the lanes, watch how this go. Niggas ain't any blunt, they scraps, let's be for real, them boys some hoes. We hit Parnell so much at this point, I'ma just say we own it. How they say they spinning blocks, we spin they blocks, they ain't even on them. We ride AMGs and tracks, ain't none stolen. Drakes up on our trail, we give them hell, we forever rolling. Catch a face, we leave them bait. For that pay, no throwaways. F&N's and Drakes, leave them late. Tavy demon time, no time to waste. Fredo twin up, we grew up on the 8. We some headhunters, for that paper. Call them 6 in the morning, like pop out, we got a face. Caught that face, SRT track talk, no matter, we getting away. Fuck the Jakes, fuck the steak. E-way barely touch my brake. After we fuck, you gotta get up. Hell no, you can't touch my face. Keep my Drake, SRT, we dogging down the whole 8. Lil' Rob called me like pop out, we got it straight. Now we straight.
I got y'all bitch ass niggas. Hey man, say man, this nigga Lowski bitch. Hey, I had technical difficulties. Yeah, technical difficulties, nigga. I had to go check him. I had to go check a nigga about a unicorn. But I'm in this bitch though. Shout out to all the real niggas, real bitch, worldwide. Gang, gang, gang. Yeah. Y'all already know what's going on. I miss y'all bitch ass niggas too. Shout out my nigga JT. First one in this bitch. I see you, my boy, on gang. Yeah. Shout out to everybody, man. We in this bitch pumping and jumping, man. We finna do something, man. You understand me? Bow! Now we better take it back to the rack. Smirky yo, Durky yo. Free Smirk off the feds, man. Hey man, this shit right here tricky, man. I don't know, man. We gotta break Durk up out of here, B. Let me wash my hands real quick, B. Hold on. Alright, bet. I had to wash my hands, B. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Real niggas type shit. You know what I'm saying? Real niggas in this bitch, man. Hey, we finna get it started, man. Straight like this. I had to go grab my food. I did not know it was finna come. No, Diddy. I didn't know it was gonna come that fast. For this shit start on, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie to you, G.
Ed with.
Hold on, bro. What the fuck? Hold on now. Now, y'all know we've been breaking this shit down in increments, but I told y'all it was gonna be a long ass video. 4-hour video? But niggas didn't have a chance. Niggas didn't have a chance to really, you know what I'm saying? Spray, roach spray and shit. I was about to eat my food and shit. And you know what I'm saying? Because I started the live like 4 times, gang. Like, and it just.
That shooting that they are, I guess, assuming go with it.
Start it back a little bit.
Of OTF, particularly a member of the STL EBT set called Can't Get Right, aka Get Right or Man Man. This theory being further boosted by the claim that another STL member, the infamous shooter Wooski, was allegedly later caught with Crump's murder weapon. However, this claim has seemingly been debunked by the YouTuber Loyalty and Betrayal.
Let's just be clear. Wooski was never arrested with a gun. He was arrested because he shot somebody in the leg twice who didn't want to press charges or whatever. But he was not arrested with the gun. The gun, the shell casings that they found, that they said with that shooting, that they are, I guess, assuming go with that incident, being touted. The guy moved, the gun obviously moved, so I'm not sure how they matched that up to say that belonged to that. But it matched the gun that was found 10 days later after Wooski was arrested. So Wooski didn't get arrested with the gun. So all those videos have false information.
After Durk's recent arrest for the murder for hire plot, some Reddit detectives have raised a question whether Crump's murder could have also been organised by Durk, with one Redditor pointing particularly to Durk's December 2020 song called Red Man, where Durk first speaks about his pain after the death of Newski before rapping a now jaw-dropping line where he seems to predict ending up in federal prison in 10 years' time. Durk then mentions how people are asking him what he'll do about someone whose name is bleeped out, but what sounds like he could be mentioning Crump, to which Durk simply responds by saying the other person is already dead. However, these lyrics are vague at best and hardly evidence of anything other than Durk's impressive ability to foresee his future in federal custody. Unfortunately, only a few months after the death of Mubu Crump, Durk would experience yet another...
I really don't like Trap Lord Ross, and this is why. Why is his name Trap? What thing he did is trapping niggas and getting niggas trapped up in these videos.
Loss that would hit very close to home, as his cousin Darnell Banks, better known as OTF Baby D, was killed in a shooting in the far south side of Chicago in October 2018. But this wasn't the whole story, as Baby D was not alone at the time of the shooting, but allegedly with Dthang, whose age at the time matches that of one of the victims reported by local news, as well as another 32-year-old man. The trio would reportedly get ambushed in a McDonald's parking lot shortly before 3 AM, all of them sustaining multiple gunshot wounds, but thankfully Dthang would end up surviving once again, together with the 30.
Every time Dthang got shot, he in the fucking hundreds. I was straight off the fucking hundreds. He RP my nigga Thang. He got killed out there in the fucking burbs. Out there in the south suburbs. Then him and his cousin get popped up out there in the hundreds, boy. Man, say the fuck off the hundreds, man. God damn.
2-year-old man. In her memoir, Dthang and Durk's mother would confirm him being one of the victims of the shooting, writing how this had been one of the most serious out of all of the shootings that Dthang had survived, and how Baby D's death would leave him heartbroken. Baby D's murder would go unsolved, but Melly's name would once again begin to ring in online speculations, as photos would begin to circulate of one of Baby D's cousin wearing a Long Live Baby D shirt with a large F Melly text boldly printed on the front, together with a picture of him. Durk would also seemingly begin to diss Melly often in his songs following Baby D's death, like saying how there is one special op that they haven't killed yet in his July 2019 song Like That, or even specifically addressing the person who killed his cousin in his August 2019 song Die Slow, this likely being a reference to either Newski or Baby D, while seemingly giving an order to his guys to make sure that he dies slowly. Shockingly, exactly 1 month after the release of this song, 051 Melly would be killed on the south side of Chicago while attending a house party at the 6100 block.
Hold on, fuck on. They ain't never trying to fucking stick this murder on fucking dirt. What the fuck? No, you're a male. Man, get the... I hate him more than DJ Academics in the whole state of Texas at this point.
St. Lawrence Avenue, this being in the hood of the Jaro City and Taekwon World sets. But despite the peculiar timing, Durk would seemingly have nothing to do with Melly's death, as his killer would allegedly turn out to be someone with a personal vendetta against Melly, a Taekwon World member called 007 Nate, real name Nathaniel Hicks, whose house Melly had allegedly shot up leading up to the killing. However, the evidence against Nate would ultimately not meet the burden of proof beyond reasonable doubt, and despite the facts that he was apparently identified as the shooter by multiple witnesses, and seen entering the house with a gun and then fleeing the house after the shooting, and being eventually caught a few days later with the murder weapon still on him, it didn't stick. Now, if that's not a sign that you can get away with murder in Chicago, I really don't know what is. But anyway, despite having nothing to do with Melly's death, Durk would seemingly keep dissing Melly in his songs, like rapping a bar asking how someone can get killed while partying in his December 2020 song Refugee, and rapping in his intro song for the January 2021 album The Voice that since the person who killed his cousin is dead, he can finally rest, as well as seemingly calling Melly his favourite op, who's now dead, in the August 2020 song Bad Guys by the former OTF rapper Timo. Dthang, on the other hand, would tweet in June 2020 how every op that ever shot him is now dead, and that he walks around with 50k in jewelry in his hood, with Chiracologists taking this to mean that Baby D's killer was now dead too. For Dthang, the shooting that killed Baby D was a near fatal moment, and should have probably served as his final warning to get as far away from Chicago as possible. But unfortunately, this was not the case, as Dthang would seemingly keep returning to his hometown time and time again, until finally in the summer of 2021, his luck would indeed run out. It was only 2 days after Durk hit another career high, releasing his #1 collaboration album with Lil Baby, Voice of the Heroes, during the early morning hours of the 6th of June, when Dthang was out partying in the city of Harvey, which is in the far south side of the greater Chicago area. He was reportedly attending a strip club called Club O, located in the middle of the city's industrial district. According to the Chicago Sun-Times, who would seemingly confuse Dthang to be a rap artist like his brother, they would explain that the shooting that killed Dthang involved multiple guns, and even a police officer who was nearby when the shooting started, an officer who would actually get hit in their thigh during the chaos. Unfortunately, Dthang would be shot in the head, and he was pronounced dead at the scene. Another OTF member called Trail had seemingly been at the club with Dthang, and he too would get shot during the altercation, but would survive, later posting a thank you message to the people who had been concerned about him, as well as paying tribute to Dthang and saying that he put his life on the line for him. Soon following Dthang's death, there would be another deadly shooting only an 8-minute drive away from the club, which the police would consider to be a possible retaliation, the victim in this shooting being a 39-year-old named Seneca Price. But there has since seemingly been no updates about this get-back theory. From here, the media and fans would find out about Dthang's death, and Reddit would light up with questions and theories, with many wondering why someone as famous and wanted as Dthang, who had so much at stake with so many enemies, would risk going out partying at such a risky location.
He from the rack, boy. Niggas don't give a fuck about none of that shit, boy. You think we gonna stop living our lives because man, fuck out of here. Well, this is what we do, shorty. RP my nigga Dthang, boy.
The internet would quickly turn into a hub for speculation, as amateur sleuths pieced together their own theories about what might have led to the murder, with some theories speculating that Dthang had been killed due to his alleged past as a shooter for his Dog Pound set. These theories revolving particularly around Dog Pound's beef with a set called Dump Street, also known as Gutter Gang or Nate Block, sets that are part of the so-called No Love City alliance formed between numerous majority gangster disciple sets around Inglewood. As mentioned earlier in this video, No Love sets have been beefing with the BD sets from Inglewood, like Lamron and Dog Pound, since at least the early 2010s. Redditors would speculate that Dthang's murder was get back for the 2013 murder of a man called 8-Ball, real name Marcus Rush, who was allegedly part of a set called CMB, or Crazyville. This set having years-long ties with Dump Street, while having had at least a decade-long beef with the Dog Pound. Dthang himself having dissed the set all the way back in 2014, with the wildest theories even claiming that it was Dthang himself who had actually killed 8-Ball, while the most attuned drill whisperers would reveal that many members of 8-Ball's set had allegedly been posting tributes to him right after Dthang's murder, with some of these tributes still seemingly being available online. However, many would question the rumors about Dthang being a killer, as he had always presented himself as more of a businessman than a bona fide shooter, although Dthang himself would change his Twitter handle to Dthang 2 times in 2017. Now, the number and X combination typically symbolizes in the drill culture the number of bodies a person had caught, with the other Dthang from the 600 set using the same combination to seemingly claim 3 bodies. But whether Dthang himself had been behind the murder or not, he had certainly been dissing both CMB and Dump Street, aka Gutter Gang, before his death, making sure that he still had enemies in his hometown. Dthang had seemingly also indicated that the younger generation of CMB and Dump Street had been dissing Lil Durk and OTF, saying that he doesn't even know them and that all his ops are dead already. And after Dthang's death, CMB would seemingly return the favour by posting slick comebacks, as one member would post on his Facebook the morning after how Chief Keef had been the smart one to leave Chicago with all his friends, as they were all still alive, while another member would post how the BDs might run the industry, but the GDs still run the streets. This was followed a few days later with another member posting how they'll get into it.
Hey, That right there spoke vibes, but real niggas in the city knows what's going on. Like, the GD's is the biggest back door. You might as well say they in the motherfucking a warehouse.
With anyone, together with an
That
8-ball
no big,
emoji,
boy.
while another member would post how all their ops are dead. Meanwhile, some Redditors have claimed that Dthang was killed because he had been bragging about putting money on Duck's head while being in the club that was frequented by the GDs. But whether Dthang's murder was connected to the war that had been going on around his old neighborhood for years, or to something else. Not long after his death, this war would seemingly continue to claim lives, as on July the 10th, 2021, 2 men would be sprayed with bullets during a fatal incident at a Clark gas station in Inglewood. These men turned out to be a 20-year-old named Jalen Anderson and a 33-year-old called Jamie Hawkins,
Ain't that, we thinking.
who were better known in the streets as Gutter Gang J-Ski and Gutter Gang Oil. Paperwork posted online by the watermark enthusiast Chusky the Real would reveal that a Jeep Cherokee had parked in the gas station for several minutes, but when Anderson and Hawkins had pulled into the gas station, at least one occupant of the Jeep would begin shooting at them before the car would flee the scene, and a search for its license plates would reveal that it was a stolen vehicle. Curiously, only a few days after this double murder, Lil Durk would make a cryptic post to his Instagram story with a picture of his brother, together with the caption, "Do it for Dthang," as the post would be shared on Reddit soon after. One Chiracologist would comment that
They gonna use that against you, Dirk. That's what they gonna say. You told the killers.
they had heard that OTF
Hey, they would have said in the Cash App. Do it for Dthang.
had indeed gotten that get back, while another commenter would identify J-Ski and Oil as the reason for Durk making the post. Around the same time as Lil Durk would make this post, Dthang's baby mother would also make an Instagram story with a picture of Dthang, this time accompanied by the song Lick Back by the rapper ESDG, a song that essentially describes the need for always getting your revenge. These posts would prompt many Redditors to believe that OTF was indeed behind this gas station hit, but violence would continue to follow Durk from here, and just a month after his brother's passing, and a few days after the gas station shooting, a strange shootout episode would take place.
Hey man, Smirk innocent, dude. Smirk innocent. I don't know what you're talking about, boy. These shit's coincidental.
Place at Durk's home in Braselton, Georgia, where unidentified invaders would break in with unknown motives in the middle of the night. Apparently Durk and his partner India would reportedly fight back by shooting at the intruders, but seemingly everyone would survive the shootout without any serious injuries, but the intruders would actually escape the scene before the police arrived. And at this point, there's been very little information about what this whole incident was about. If you ask me, timing is incredibly suspicious, and may well have been in retaliation for those 2 murders that followed Dthang's death. After the home invasion, some months would pass, but in October, rapper Nardo Wick would release his smash hit, Who Wants Smoke, featuring an all-star group of features, including 21 Savage, G Herbo, and Lil Durk, together with a music video directed by the music video prodigy.
I ain't gonna lie, this whole video, bro, that whole song, you gonna get all them niggas indicted. All them niggas some fucking, I don't know. They look, I don't know. Y'all know what I'm saying, bro. I ain't trying to, you know? The feds already be on all these niggas, and this nigga gonna drop this dumb shit.
G. Cole Bennett. In his verse, Nardo Wick would rap a funny line about how he even pumps gas with his gun so his ops can't surprise him, something which Durk would then reference in his own verse, but adding how listeners better do like Nardo says, because people will die while pumping gas, which seemed to be yet another reference to the murders of J-Ski and Oil at the gas station. This was followed about a week later with Durk's song Pissed Me Off, which he would begin by paying tribute to his brother and seemingly saying they got back for him. Durk would then rap several bars about his need for a revenge after losing people close to him, even specifically mentioning how he can not feel happy until he gets back for his bro, something that seems to say a lot about his mindset at the time. Durk would then even directly reference the shootout that happened in his home, which makes me think he's letting us know that this was indeed connected to those cases. However, so far, Durk's rumoured hints about the alleged get back for his brother had been relatively vague compared to the self-snitching extraordinaires of modern day drill music like Lil Jeff and Q50. But on the 27th of January 2022, the plot would thicken considerably as 24-year-old Stefon Mack was killed after leaving a youth peace centre
RP my nigga YB on out.
In the Roseland neighborhood, located in the far south side of Chicago. Before the tragedy would strike, Stefon, who was also known as Youngin, was visiting the youth center where he was reportedly an active participant. Meanwhile, a black Chrysler would enter the center's parking lot with 2 men waiting inside the vehicle for about 40 minutes, seemingly waiting for Stefon to exit the center. Then, at around 3 p.m, when Stefon would step outside and begin to walk towards his car, 2 masked men would exit the Chrysler and begin shooting at him, with Stefon attempting to flee by running in the opposite direction. One of the shooters, armed with a Ruger AR-556 semi-automatic rifle, would chase Stefon across the parking lot before shooting him from a distance, which would cause Stefon to collapse on the ground near train tracks, where the shooter would run up to him and finish the job. Shortly after, the youth center's security guard would step outside to find out what was causing the noise, which would prompt the second assailant to shoot him in the leg with a handgun. The shooters would then abandon the Chrysler in the parking lot and escape on foot. The security cameras capturing one of the assailants with a heavy build running away from the scene, and later that day, police would recover the Ruger AR rifle from the backyard of a vacant residence located nearby.
Hey boy, Gresham ain't had nothing to do with that, boy. Yeah, boy. Y'all looking for a UK nigga. Boy, he was the mandem. That nigga would think you mandem. Him and another youth ran up. Yeah, they watch too much Top Boy, yeah. Say, yeah. They ran up, yeah. They get some fish and chips, yeah. Yeah, him and the mandem, man. They with the mandem.
Sometime after Stefon's
Gresham
murder,
ain't nothing
Durk
to
and
do
an OTF member called Chug would once again make suggestive posts on their Instagram stories, both using the caption "For Dthang," with Durk also using the name of his recent song, Aha, which at this point hadn't even been released yet, while Chug would refer to something being a sad case. Not long after, at the beginning of February, one Chiraccologist would post these stories to Reddit, whilst also linking them to the murder of Stefon, who the poster claimed to be a member of the set Smashville 85th, whilst also allegedly having connections with the so-called Melly Way that's named in honor of 051 Melly, with some even claiming that Stefon was in fact Melly's cousin.
Niggas better, hey, do your research. Do your research on that Killer War Smashville, Young Money. I'm trying to tell, but hey, man.
Smashville is located around
Yeah,
85th Street
research.
in Auburn Gresham neighborhood in the far south side of the city,
Gresham!
far away from the childhood stomping grounds of Dthang and Durk in Inglewood. However, the set is affiliated with the Dump Street, aka Gutter Gang from West Inglewood, who have been rumored to be behind Dthang's murder.
Oh, he federal as hell. This that federal as hell. This that Inglewood, Auburn Gresham connection. Oh my God.
City, far away from the childhood stomping grounds of Dthang and Durk in Inglewood. However, the set is affiliated with the Dump Street, aka Gutter Gang from West Inglewood, who have been rumoured to be behind Dthang's murder. There weren't initially many theories about who were the two people behind the murder, but unbeknownst to the public at the time, the alleged killers were making sneaky references to their crimes on social media. For example, on the 15th of February, a man called Mike City AJ would post on his Facebook how his set had been spanking their ops so much that they're about to give up. As his name indicates, Mike City AJ has ties to a set called Mike City, or Mike Block, also known as Gator Gang, a BD set located on 86th and Morgan, which is named in honor of their fallen member Mike, who was killed in 2012. Lamron and Taytown have seemingly been affiliated with Mike City for at least a decade at this point, and AJ himself has clearly been close with Taytown members on social media for a while, even seemingly appearing in a March 2021 music video of TTE Day Day, who's one of Durk's oldest friends from Taytown. The YouTuber called Kenny Rogers, who claims to be from the same neighborhood, would open up about AJ's childhood and reputation in the streets, telling how AJ and other young'uns from Mike City were like sicarios, a private army for hire with a feared reputation, who would eventually get affiliated with OTF members such as Booney Mo.
Watch the and did what we did. You know, but AJ, they decided they it's like scenarios. Well, I say scenario, sicarios. You know, it's about like a private army for hire. You know what I'm saying? And we warned them about that because when the guys came out there trying to connect and all that, like, no, we've been holding our own. What's like we know what y'all want. Y'all ain't finna use it. But, you know, the younger guys got into too many, you know, they wanted to make a name for themselves. They wanted to hang around because of their name and shit like that. But we was telling them, y'all bigger than them. Real talk. But AJ, yeah, they was feared. And you can hire them to kill your cat if you wanted to.
And you really saying this on the internet? Niggas and police, I swear to God. Who get on here and say police shit on phone? I hate niggas.
Man, somebody had your paperwork on the internet. Now you being affiliated with Booney Mo and OTF.
Bitch ass niggas get on
and all that other
talking.
And, you know, doing that to allegedly Stefon Mack, 051 cousin.
Indeed, on the 21st of February, less than a month after Stefon Mack's murder,
Hold on, B, they put my shit in the fridge. Hold on. That shit ass, bro. Hold on, bro. Give me 2 seconds, folks. Oh, that shit low-key blew me, bro. Bitch ass niggas get on here. He finna get the whole Mike City indicted. He a goofy. He finna get all them niggas indicted. He a goofy. That shit low-key blew a nigga, son. Who say shit like that? Niggas get on the internet and say anything. Anything. Bro, niggas get on the net and get the Hold on. I'm getting right so I can turn my shit on. Yeah, that shit goofed out. Goof ass niggas get on the net and just wow. You from over there? This what you do? Hey man, gay. Shout out to my nigga Byron. What up, my boy? Shout out to that first super chat cash app. Gang. My first time looking at it. Nobody can fuck with Inglewood. Be from Woodline over east, low end, Grand Crossing, Gresham, out west. Boy, you know Gresham. Boy, we them niggas. What you talking about? You know Gresham. We them. We ain't gotta talk, man. Everybody know Gresham that, boy. You heard what he said, boy. Yeah. You see Snitch, man. Y'all bigger than them. He tell him Gresham bigger than y'all. Them niggas from Inglewood. Boy, Gresham niggas, y'all stepping on shit, boy. But y'all from Gresham. Mm-hmm.
Philly sees a
y'all from Gresham. Hey, let me see. What folks just put a comment for? Dave Blunt's crying in the kitchen on the radar version. Crying in the kitchen. Huh? In the kitchen. Is it right here?
The next stop is On the Radar Radio.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
My favorite On the Radar was Drake. Better know it.
Yes, sir, baby. On the Radar Radio performances. Yo, David Blunt's in the building, performing Crying in the Kitchen right here. I'm gonna step out, he gonna step in. All right, let's go.
Yeah.
Who the fuck the white boy with the mullet? That boy got Joe Dirt in the video with him.
Wake up 3 a.m. and I'm thinking about Madison. She tell me she got a new nigga and his name is Julian. Give a fuck about her new nigga. I'm just trying to get my...
Yo, this the only outfit he can wear or something? Is this his uniform or this all he can wear? He got a custom wardrobe? Like, I think he just got one outfit that he can only fit and he wear this everywhere he go.
Check big niggas hate on me cause I'm a fat nigga. I don't give a fuck cause I'm a bitch.
What you say?
I'm just trying to get my check big. Niggas hate on me cause I'm a fat nigga. I don't give a fuck cause I'm a bitch getter. Got a white bitch, she a wrist slitter. Got Jewish money, nigga, fuck it. Don't let Septober be your babysitter. Cause I heard that nigga was a kid diddler. Yeah, I heard that.
What?
Nigga was a pedophile. Percocets really take away all the kicking. She took my heart, it's missing. Madison don't love me now. I'm crying in the kitchen. I gotta lock in, gotta focus on the bad bitches on my dick. I get a new bitch and it don't work cause I'm thinking about Madison. I talked to Jesse Jones and he told me I should go to Mary's on second. He said that every time that he goes there it feels just like he's in heaven. I told him hold on, I love all my niggas but I don't swing.
My boy got a junkie with him with an old vintage Chicago Bears jersey. Oh man, this is not good. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, B. When you see that hoodie, that nigga can change your gas, rewire your house, and pick up your whole refrigerator by his motherfucking self.
That way, he's like, I'm just playing, don't go there, cause that's a club for the gays. I'm like, just tell me how to get Madison or just get the fuck out my face. And that's when he told me I should run it up and not give a fuck about a bitch. And I got a Glock on me like Bruce Jenner, I might fuck around and have a switch. Wake up 3 a.m. and I'm thinking about Madison.
Stop the cap! Stop the cap! Hey, the only switch he know is turning the TV on and off. Or the microwave switch.
She tell me
or Nintendo Switch.
He got a new nigga.
Or the never mind.
And his name is Julian. Give a fuck about her new nigga. I'm just trying to get my check bigger. Niggas hate on me cause I'm a fat nigga. I don't give a fuck cause I'm a bitch.
Who hate no
got
fat
a white
nigga?
Bitch, she a wrist slitter. Got Jewish money, nigga, fuck it. Don't let Septober be your babysitter. Cause I heard that nigga was a kid diddler. Can we get up that shit, nigga?
Well, that was interesting. white girl that's a wrist slitter. That sounds like a party. Sounds like she's real fun. She's a real fun girl to hang with. Oh, yo, that folks say the hard R. I'm like, what type of white girls he hanging with? Hey, when you got a white girl and she got you dropping hard R's, I'm like, yo. Nah, for real, like, what? Niggas is not saying that. Niggas is not saying that. Niggas is not doing that. On gang. Hold on, we got a couple reactions coming through right now. First, we got Miss Esby. What up, girl? No cap, not like us. Remix. Okay. Let's see what my boy Cap talking about. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie. Bro, this nigga got the same outfit. He got the same fit everywhere. There's no way he just came outside one day and did all the media promo with the same outfit on. There's no way. He ain't do that. That nigga that's the only outfit he can fit. I'm sure. I'm sure it's the only outfit he can fit. I ain't gonna, you know what I mean? I'm gonna say it like that, gang. No cap. Not Like Us remix. He made a No Like Us remix? It's a video.
I'm in the ship, niggas ain't even rank. Mad they was ball, but they play it off. I caught my plug trying to buy a paint.
I fuck with Cap, but his clothes be, it's the pants, bro. He be wearing the biggest pants. Bro, you like one of the Black P Stones in the 90s, man.
But he sold that bitch to A-Rock, standing in the function.
You like one of the GDs in 01.
I'm out of the cage. Money on diamonds, okay. Maybe I should pimp for a living. I got bitches on bitches on bitches. Feel like I've been through the motion.
That boy got a vintage Rari though. Well, that's like an 89.
I'm a diarrhea. I knew she was at her lowest. I bought her high heels. My little nigga Reckless probably got more heads than Lil Jeff. Houston B keep texting cause she heard I fuck with Dthang there. You just in the mix, you don't pour your own liquor.
Hey, that boy in tune. That boy's like a body to Lil Jeff.
That 40 got a dick, but I shoot till it click. It go both ways.
What?
B keep texting cause she heard I fuck with Dthang there. You just in the mix, you don't pour your own liquor. How you rockin' Rick when you know you on niggas? That 40 got a dick, but I shoot till it click. It go both ways, that's a binary trigger. Cup full of lean, my bitch face full of fillers. Beat up that cat, put her face in a pillar. Turned it up, now I get 30 cash for a melody. My homie keep throwing up his flag like.
Hold on, who that bitch in the background though?
Face in a pillar. Turned it up, now I get 30 cash for a melody. My homie keep throwing up his flag like a referee. I ain't got time to lay up with you, baby, I'm a grinder.
What the fuck is that?
Melody. My homie keep throwing up his flag like a referee. I ain't got time to lay.
Bro, is that a nigga, bro? Oh, man, he done went from my favorite rapper to what the fuck are you doing? Don't be talking that switch shit and that buy shit with guns and you doing this shit. You ain't my favorite rapper no more, gang.
Yeah, with you, baby, I'm a grind.
Oh, no. But that bitch might be a transy. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. You ain't finna fool me with no bad light-skinned bitches. You look at that bitch tall, she tall. Look at them long-ass hands. But that bitch, like, she do many push-ups as me. Me and that bitch me and that hoe be on the ground doing push-ups looking at each other's face. I got this. I got you too, nigga. What, nigga? Get the bitch.
Demons in the closet trying to try on my designer. You step on my line, you gon' get hit up with this fire. All I know is crime.
Bro, I swear to God, if he got trannies in this video, I'm finna lose every piece of respect I have.
I'ma sin till I'm tired. Even without no wheels, dog, I promise you.
Bro, oh man, it's like, I don't know, man. It's not like light skins, but they give me straight.
I'm around in the booth, I tell the truth and make these rappers get in line.
Like
in the field rapping like I'm Le'Veon Bell. Act like she won't go, the bitch gon' move when I pair. Act like she won't go, the bitch gon' move for a zell. Tell them count me in if I'm dead or alive. Every whip I'm in look like 2055. Rick going ski like.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, I don't like this shit.
I'm pulling the heights, shoot you and cut you that stick out of knife.
Fruit.
Don't I put that on my paw.
You got a gay nigga lining you up? I ain't gonna lie, bro. Most barbers, they ain't got the fucking gay dude at the car with the bitches and the train. I don't know if they trannies or not. I ain't gonna even put that on my boy. But man, don't look at me light skin. I think that light skin motherfucker tranny for sure. The way this motherfucker just looked at me like I called him out his name. Like he finna let them alphabet gangs get on me. Oh man, I don't like this shit. Oh, I don't like this look at all, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Most barbers are bald. The fact that I'm not letting the bald nigga line me up, I got to hook you up. You can hook yourself up. You think it's a coincidence? All barbers are bald? They be hating on each other. Man, look, man, my line got pushed back by a nigga with no line before. And I thought he fucked with me. Boy, I knew right then I'm never getting another line in again. I like my hairline, B. I'm good.
Shoot you and cut you, that stick got a knife. No cap a dog, I put that on my paw. Life is a bitch and I'm fucking her.
Oh, hold on now. That right there. I think that's all pussy. She twerking that mom. She throwing that bitch back like she do the brown.
Got a knife. No cap a dog, I put that on my paw. Life is a bitch and I'm fucking her.
Woo! She throwing that mother. Oh, hold on. No.
On my paw.
Take back what I said. That's kind of. I think she the only real motherfucking female here. Cause I don't know. Hold on.
Life is a bitch and I'm fucking her raw.
I hope that's a girl, bro. I just did too much. Oh, that nigga looked like I went to jail with that nigga. I think I was locked up with that nigga before. My man really lined up like like a vixen. Thank you, Miss SB. Yeah, you fucked up my life again with this bullshit. You show me. I never knew that song even existed. I could have lived my life. Without even seeing that song. Bro, I could have lived my life and I didn't even knew that song existed. I never knew that song even existed. Never. I didn't know that. I didn't know it was a such thing. If you told me he had a Not Like Us, I would have been like, for real? I wouldn't even have searched it up. I fuck with no cap so hard. He definitely would have been on one of the modes if he was from the rack. He would have made it if he said Vaughn. Cap this ass. Yo, you hear me? I fuck with Cap, but this ain't it. That ain't it. After no Cap start wearing them skirts, it's looking crazy. His barber beard not connected. You welcome. It dropped a few hours ago. That's his only bad song. That's not, bro. That is not a good song. I don't like it. Man, we gonna move on, man. But I don't like nothing about yo. This is my sister, bro. My sister was over. She telling me, she made it home. Well, she let me know she made it home 30 minutes ago. I'm just not seeing it. I don't be look. I have my phone in my hand and not look at shit. I hear my shit ding ding ding. I hear my shit doing all types of shits. And you know what? I won't even look at it. I hear my phone going off. Am I gonna stop to look at it? Hell nah. Cause I be doing other shit. I ain't gonna lie. I fucking hate Sauce Walker. I don't like shit about him. I don't like his name. I don't like the way he look. I don't like he got that big thick ass white girl. I don't like nothing about that nigga. For 800 East, guys, 800 shots. I'm on the map. 800 East. I think I know this song, bro. I think this like old shit, ain't it? 800 East, guys. 800 shots. Mack. Whatever happened to Vago from 800? Whatever happened to Vago? I don't know. Whatever happened to Vago from 800? Bro, I ain't gonna lie. This beat had Chicago in the chokehold. Shout out to my nigga Stunt. Super chat cash up today. Gang. We in this bitch. Shout out to my nigga, man. On gang.
CPD came off the couch. For that cash, I run up on him. Bang. Leave him dead. Put the banger to his head. Fuck him and you gon' be dead. Sneak dissing on the book. Yeah, get your ass cooked. I'm shooting bitches in they face. And I ain't talking Facebook. Run up on him, clap his ass. Bullets going through his ass. 800, we run the streets. So that mean no time for beef. this. Dirty papa leave a mess and body snatch him in the kitchen. Have his bitch doing this and fucker, then I'm gone, she missing. Shout out to
Hold on, boy. Is that Mike before he turned to Professor X? Yeah, that's Mike. That's Mike.
Doing this.
I know that before he was Big Mike. He was just Mike.
Fucker, then I'm gone, she missing. Shout out to Young Snake, you pussy nigga, fruitcake. I ball
Shout out to Snake,
all
them,
you
boy.
hoes, you can call me D-Roll. 4-4 boy, though. Shout out to y'all hoes. Yeah, Briscoe, that's my nigga. 30 shells flat off. That pussy niggas die slow. You know my team not hoes. I know he ain't licking shots. I know he ain't licking shots.
I ain't gonna lie, they did this phone off a flip phone Nokia.
No, he ain't licking shot. Clap his ass cause he a op. I know he ain't
Throwing no Diddy on that clap his ass shit, but I get it.
licking shots. I know he ain't licking shots. I know he ain't licking shots. Clap his ass cause he a op. I know he ain't licking shots. I know he ain't licking shots. I know he ain't licking shots. Clap his ass cause he a op. No drills, all hits, yeah. Let this clips.
That's Vago right there. Whatever happened to folks?
My guys rocking out.
I heard he started going to church and was Muslim.
Shots we dropping doubts. Money on my fucking mind. Yeah, you
He got shot, never was the same again.
supposed to waste of time.
Hey folks, tap in. Shorty ain't talked to you in years, my boy.
All I know is fucking weird. Got a bitch, she got a twin. Money come, bangers out. And your bitch, she got a mouth. She doing hella dicks. Zico Rook, they the shit. Call the guys, do a hit. Fuck boys, suck a dick. When I am, you better split. Carry Rook, we the click. Fuck with us, we a laugh. Smoke his ass, hold fast. Clap his ass, got the two. And my guys, we bustin' moves. Hit squad, what it do? Fuck with them, trigger shoot. All I know is fucking rap. Fuck with them, we letting fire. I know he ain't licking shots. I know he ain't licking shots. I know he ain't licking shots. Clap his ass, cause he a op. I know he ain't licking shots. I know he ain't licking shots. I know he ain't licking shots. Clap his ass, cause he a op. I know he ain't licking shots. I know he ain't licking shots.
Hey, look, I bet if you send this video to Mike and he see video of him walking, I remember them days you can stand on business.
Ass to see a op. I know he ain't licking shots. I know he ain't licking shots. I know he ain't licking shots. Clap his ass to see a op. I know he ain't licking shots.
That's that 800 Young Money handshake, bro.
I know he ain't
I guarantee they'll never do that handshake again.
licking shots. Clap his ass to see a op.
Hey, I ain't gonna sit here and lie to y'all, boy. You know, it's still shout out Young Money, shout out 800. Even though they don't fuck with each other, I still fuck with both of them. Shout out to all them snakes, man. Oh, gang. You know I fuck with y'all, boy. Y'all my boys. I love y'all boys. Y'all know that. You know what I'm saying? 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 Even though, if I wasn't for the war,
Durk would drop his music video for the song Aha, which was filmed in Chicago. Later on, online detectives would notice that in one of the Instagram stories posted by people who were at the video shoot, you can see someone who looks a lot like Mike City AJ, showing that he was indeed possibly connected all the way to the very top of the OTF hierarchy. But what people would also notice were the rather revealing lyrics that Durk was dropping in the song. First, he would begin with a disclaimer saying how everything he's about to say is just entertainment and not real. Durk then mentions how his shooters have been sliding through their ops block, but the ops don't even know it, and that someone from the ops side got shot, and while Durk didn't claim it, he can show them proof. Durk would then seemingly be done with beating around the bush, as he would explicitly state how he's been heavy on the downers since Dthang got killed, but they already got back for him.
Heavily on the down low, what?
I'd got shot, and while Durk didn't claim it, he can show them proof. Durk would then seemingly be done with beating around the bush, as he would explicitly state how he's been heavy on the downers since Dthang got killed, but they already got back for him, and that their ops know it, but they don't post on social media so the police don't find out. Durk would then seemingly change his mind about this all being just entertainment, as he would swear on his brother's life that everything he's speaking is facts, and not just a diss. Durk would then end his first verse by saying how people might
I know every Durk line, bro.
Say that he's just a singer, so he won't kill anyone, but he doesn't care what they think, because he got their friend shot. The hook of the song would even acknowledge that Durk's activities will put him in jail, rapping he's dropping locations and getting revenge, and that the feds will soon come. It seems that Durk was sending a lot of messages with this song, but likely, only the people involved in these Chicago gang wars would truly understand. But what he was clearly putting out there for the whole world to see was that his brother Dthang's death was still weighing heavily on his mind, and that for him, this in fact was...
I ain't gonna lie, boy, we ain't gonna, you know what I'm saying? This how you know these niggas get different daddies right here, G. That this, you know, I mean, not different daddies. Alright, well, check this out. Look at the headline. Ooh, boy, Durk gonna be bald in that bitch too, boy. That boy, he got that Count Dracula. He got that Count Dracula. That Count Dracula. Hey, Smirk, what you smelling that bitch? Yeah, I got the same blood, boy. Your hairline will be like that. That's what happened when you go get your lining done by them barbers. You see, Smirk, no. Wait, these Smirk grew dreads. He ain't get shit touched no more. Dthang was still going to get to, when we go to the club, if we get lined up, Durk like, nah, I'm just going to get Wicks.
Well, to see was that his brother Dthang's death was still weighing heavily on his mind, and that for him, this in fact was not just entertainment. Meanwhile, in May 2022, a rapper from the Dump Street or Gutter Gang called...
I'm going to tell y'all what nobody else going to say. I'm telling y'all, if Thang would have never died, but now he looking like Reggie Baby. Now he got more money than Reggie Baby, so he would have been straight. But yeah, I get what I'm saying. He had that Reggie Baby shit going on.
Was not just entertainment. Meanwhile, in May 2022, a rapper from the Dump Street or Gutter Gang called GG Juju would release his song titled Don't Be a Fool, where he would seemingly diss Dthang by rapping how he will not be searched when going to a club, before mentioning how that is how a fool got killed, and saying that if people mention Gutter Gang, they're going to end up on the news. Juju would also seemingly diss Durk, saying how some people were always acting too tough on their songs and always rapping about Switches and Drakes, but that they got them too. This likely being a reference to Durk literally having a song titled Switches and Drakes. After this, some time would pass, but on the 6th of June 2022, exactly 1 year after Dthang's passing, Durk would make another cryptic post on his Instagram story, quoting lyrics about someone getting hit, and how certain people are only known in the city because of their friends who got killed. But instead of signing the post with his usual moniker, The Voice, he would sign it this time as The Pump, which some internet sleuths would believe to be yet another sign that Durk was making a reference to the murders of J-Ski and Oil taking place at a gas station pump. Meanwhile, Durk's friend and OTF member Booney Mo would post a much clearer message simply stating F the dump, this seeming like a rather obvious reference to the Dump Street set. The following month in July, Durk and the rapper Lil Zay Osama would release the song F My Cousin Part 2, and this time, Durk wouldn't hold back one bit, rapping a direct threat to his ops that if they were even at the scene when his brother was killed, they're going to die too, before mentioning specifically his ops from the west, with Dump Street being located directly to the west of Taytown and Lamron, saying how 2 of their members died immediately after Dthang's death. At this point, it seemed obvious that if Durk wasn't directly claiming the hit of J-Ski and Oil, he was at least dissing them openly. And then, in December, Booney Mo would release his single titled For Real, together with a lavish music video that was posted on Durk's YouTube channel. And in the song, Booney would repeat Durk's bar about 2 people dying the next day, whilst also seemingly referring to the shooting that killed Dthang as fluky, which some believe supports the idea that Dthang might not have even been killed on purpose and was in fact simply hit by a ricocheting bullet. This theory also being supported by the news report about the shooting, with the police describing how Dthang was simply caught amongst a barrage of bullets. In April 2023, on a Couch TV...
You think niggas can't hear that? Oh man, there ain't no score. He died, didn't he? But it... Hey.
He would post a hood vlog with none other than Dump Street. But interestingly, they were also joined by the rapper 85th Lil Smoke, who just so happens to be from Smashville, the very hood where Stefon was allegedly from, showing that these sets were indeed very close with each other. In the comments of the video, one viewer would ask On a Couch TV to ask him about Dthang, but he would reply, calling that viewer federal, for saying that he knew that they wouldn't answer questions about that anyway. But still, On a Couch would seize the moment and ask them about Durk, inquiring whether they considered Durk to be the voice of Chicago, which would surprisingly receive a rather cordial response from the crew, who say he's a good rapper, but he's not the voice of the streets, and that he can't stop the gang war.
So how y'all feel about Durk basically taking the title as the voice of the Chicago, like what he say was go on in the trenches?
Hey boy, you see the anger in this nigga face right here?
Go like what he say was go on in the trenches.
Mo's really mad.
Oh shit, what you mean?
He can rap.
He can rap.
Hey boy, Gresham niggas ain't gonna hate, boy. Hey, shout out to my, hey, this been my niggas since we was shorties. Like, me and folks used to go to jail together. We went to CVS together. We beat niggas' ass in the Audi home together. Shit. We was in probation together. What the fuck? That's my dog, boy. Free my, oh, but he ain't free. He out. Got Rickyville out here. Shout out to my boy Rickyville ENT, boy. Real Smashville member, boy.
He can rap. I ain't lying. But voice of one church, ain't nobody run. Don't nobody run. No, listen, bro.
You're good rapper.
You know, he can rap. He can sing. Voice hell. He run probably his side of town. All them.
All them niggas.
We ain't speaking. He from that side of Inglewood.
Man, he from that side of Inglewood.
Because he was
Hey, that boy said it was Inglewood, boy. It's two sides.
basically saying, like, if somebody like him came down and wanted to bring peace in Chicago, like, it actually happened.
That's happened, man, because too much blood shit in the city. Yeah, ain't nobody. Like, he ain't gonna like it. You can come in your hood, show what the want you with, nah, yeah, but you ain't no, you can't
do that.
You can't talk
On
with
my
everybody.
mama.
You can talk for you.
On my mama.
Meanwhile, Durk would keep
Welcome to the rack. You can't talk for nobody but your block.
hinting at the get back for Dthang in his
Can't
songs,
talk for
like in
nobody
the track
but your block.
Pellicoat that he would
That's
drop
real.
in May as part of his almost hit.
Chicago was a whole bunch of leaders in this bitch. Boy, what they say? It's a whole lot of pilgrims and not enough Indians on the boats, boy. It's a lot of that in Chicago. I'm from the chief city. Everybody is chief. It's a chief on every block. You don't run my block, boy. There niggas, boy.
Healed album, where he would once again rap how 2 people had died after Dthang's murder. A few months later, on the death date of J-Ski and Oil, a member of a set called Melt Gang, who were affiliated with Dump Street aka Gutter Gang, would finally send a clear message back to Durk by posting an Instagram story with a caption that he was smoking on Dthang. In response, a member of Faceworld 079 aka Nooski Gang, who were affiliated with Dog Pound and close to Durk, would share a post about the murders of Oil and J-Ski to his Instagram profile, together with Lil Durk's Pellicoat song, and specifically the part of the song that says how 2 people died after Dthang's death, while his very next post would say that Oil and J-Ski were his favourite people to smoke. The dissing between these 2 alliances had now gone far beyond small subliminal jabs to damn near federal public confessions. But things were about to get a lot more interesting, because in October 2023, Mike City...
That's a fat boy. Fat boy got that shit on though, boy. Ain't gonna lie, boy. Fat boy got that shit on. Boy, that boy got that Central hoodie with the skinnies on. That's why he couldn't run like they was.
AJ, real name Anthony
I ain't
Montgomery.
gonna lie, short niggas, we small niggas, dude. Chicago, we're naturally short niggas. If you a tall nigga, Chicago, GG. There's not too many of them. We're just short niggas. Most of the tall niggas on the east side. That's how they used to be.
Done together with another man called Marley, real name Preston Powell, will be charged with the murder of
Well, they
Stefon
dropping
Mack.
niggas
But this was no
gobos.
ordinary state charge.
Hey,
This was a
boy, you
federal
know you
charge.
locked
And
up
this
when
was no
niggas drop
typical
your
murder charge
gobbo.
either. This was a murder for hire. Yes, murder for hire in 2023. As the feds would allege that AJ and Marley had been in contact with someone in another state who had promised them a reward for the murder of Stefon. Following these charges, AJ would be arrested and taken into custody, but Marley would seemingly make a run for it, with the FBI releasing a wanted poster for him and even local news reporting on his attempt to avoid the law. At the time, it was already clear that the feds were holding any information regarding this case close to their chest, as the file docket for the case is full of sealed documents. But the reason for this would be revealed in December 2024, as the feds would suddenly unseal more documents related to the case in the lead up to Durk's detention hearing in the Lil Pab case, including an application for a search warrant in Texas, and more importantly, an affidavit in support of that application. This affidavit, which dates all the way back to April 2023, would reveal explosive information that the feds were indeed investigating Lil Durk's connection to the murder of Stefon Mack. The affidavit would provide numerous interesting details about Mack's murder, including the fact that Mike City AJ had done a C-Day and left his phone at the crime scene, and that while at the crime scene, he had also been calling Marley by name. While after the murder, the two had been openly discussing their upcoming payment from Lil Durk, and after seemingly receiving the payment, AJ had been bragging about...
Folks, you gotta remember, I just said, hey, I grew up in Smashville. You know, hey, you know I fuck with you. Hey, everything. You know how this Chicago shit be. You know how this Chicago shit is. I'm from Gresham. You know Young Money, my niggas. That's my Young Money's my family. You know Smashville, that's for them. You know what I'm saying? But I don't be shaking ass down there with for them. But we talk, we be, what up, folks? You know what I mean? We still, you know? Hey, you fuck with us, but you fuck with Smashville. Hey, yo. Hey, Chicago's so back, though. I be geeking up, too, just to wake it up. Do live stream. I ain't gonna lie, it's different. Like crack in the 80s. Love, gang. Well, I'm only 5'6.5". You thought I was tall? How fucking tall you thought I was? Yeah, I probably look taller when I'm stepping on that chopper. But nah, I'm really short. I'm a short nigga. Molly make niggas short. Molly makes Dot skinny. 6'3", your bitch should have been playing on the board. Them thing, you know they call Lowski OG Snake for a reason. Laughing, but having sex. What's about knocking at my door? Off and grab switch. What the what?
About it and claiming the hit on social media by posting himself with a big stack of cash together with the lyrics from Lil Durk's Aha song, with findings like these prompting Chiracologists online to joke how Durk had hired the dumbest assassins on earth to do the job. An employee of the youth center would also allegedly reveal to the feds that the killers had been tipped off about Mack's location by two brothers from a set called Risky Road, who seemingly knew Marley, aka Powell, as he lived in their hood at the time of the crime. But the paperwork would also reveal some interesting background.
Oh no! Risky Road dropped the... Oh,
tipped off about Mack's location by two brothers from a set called Risky Road, who seemingly knew Marley, aka Powell, as he lived in their hood at the time of the crime. But the paperwork would also reveal some interesting background information. For example, the feds would claim that Mack was not only affiliated with Smashville, but according to their informant, he was in fact the set's leader.
What I say, it's a chief on every block. Boy, what I just say, it's a chief on every block. I ain't gonna lie, YB had that, you know, YB. If you know about YB, you know about YB. I ain't gonna sit there and put shit on my boy name, you know. They're gonna try to use that against them boys, but just know YB is YB. RP my nigga YB, that's all I can say.
Informant, on the other hand, would claim that Lil Durk was offering money for the murder of those responsible for his brother's death, and even for the murder of any gangster disciple in general. The same informant would also reveal that Dump Street had indeed been behind Dthang's murder, and that Mack had been a close associate with a Dump Street member who the feds referred to as Individual A. Individual A would turn out to be a man named Diamani Green, who had been arrested in December 2021 for an unrelated double murder, and who would be better known in the streets as Gutter Gang Puke, or simply GG Puke, as his rap name would be. Following the release of this paperwork, many would start to claim that GG Puke was in fact the Dump Street member responsible for the murder of Dthang, although the feds would not explicitly make this connection in the paperwork, as they would simply state that according...
Yo, they trying to say that, they're trying to say Pook. I know they ain't saying Pook is snitching.
To their informant, Dthang was killed by members, plural, of Dump Street, and that Puke, aka Individual A, was a close associate of Mack, not that Individual A killed Dthang. However, to many, it would seem that the feds were heavily alluding to Puke being the one responsible for the murder, and the reason why Mack was ultimately killed. It's also worth noting that the Chiracologists had been alluding to a locked-up rapper from the Dump Street being responsible for Dthang's death even before the new paperwork, and after Puke's name would begin to circulate, the online sleuths would quickly uncover a 7-year-old Zach TV video showing Puke hanging out in Harvey, the very city where Dthang would eventually be killed. Meanwhile, Lil Durk's music has continued to provide more insights into the events related to his brother's death. In early 2024, his song called Survivor, or I Did It Without You, was leaked online, the lyrics seemingly describing why Durk would eventually fall out with his old set Lamron, siding fully with the Tay-Town instead, as Durk would seemingly insinuate that Lamron had not tried to return after Dthang's death, and that if he catches any Dump Street members on Lamron's block, he's going to kill them and the Lamron. Around the same time as this song would leak, Dump Street rapper GG Montana would post a snippet to his song where he appears to be taking shots at Durk, literally taunting him about Dthang's murder while saying that they're beefing with real rap goofies. For now, there's no charges against Durk in the murder of Stefon Mack, and it seems that these documents were unsealed more in an effort to prevent Durk from getting bail on the Lil Pab murder case. Ultimately, only time will tell if he will end up going down for his brother too. But what's most interesting is that if Durk was indeed using his rap money to pay for his enemies to be killed in the streets, from here, his career would only continue to rise, and rather suspiciously, so too would the body count, as more and more of those people who Durk had issues with would wind up dead, with Durk never missing an opportunity to jump on the mic and brag about these murders for the whole world to hear.
I do not like this fucking nigga, dude. Oh my god, what the fuck Tristan gotta do with this shit?
While the murders of Dthang's killers
god
were incredibly
damn, if y'all don't want Durk to come home, just say that. Just say you don't want Durk to come home. God damn, bro.
The murder of FBG Duck was very much just business as usual in the world of Chicago's long-running gang wars. But while Duck at the time had been the face of the gangster disciples in his city, after his murder, one of his close friends would step up to fill the void that he left. This was the rapper FBG Cash.
I ain't gonna lie. My boy Tristan was definitely a better look for the GDs than Duck. I don't give a fuck what you say. If niggas, oh, but Duck made slide, Duck made, Duck, goose, motherfucker. This nigga he was a better representation. Gyro City is an L, but if I had to, of course I'm gonna pick Tristan over him, because I fuck with folks, but I know what I'm saying.
Cash, real name Tristan Hamilton. Born on October the 5th, 1990, Cash was several years older than most of his peers in the early drill scene, including his little brother, FBG Young, who was born in 1996. Cash was born into a family of GDs, And with his father being in the streets too, Cash would be exposed to that lifestyle early, jumping off the porch in his grade school years.
Yeah, my pop was always in the streets. Kids,
my boy
we was
Richie,
already
what you
in the
on, my
street,
boy?
Go to the street. You know what I'm saying? It was just a time we had to come home. But
be that
we saw
step, but
everything
nigga know.
Who ain't from the streets and ain't jumped off the porch, ain't saw it. We saw all that young age so far as like coming out, doing shit on my own.
Sometimes people do say this, sometimes they don't say shit.
Anytime I got a chance to
People
pop
like, oh,
out
shit.
and go somewhere without my people attending,
That's
you know
you.
what I'm saying?
I be like,
I was in the
hell
streets,
nah.
so.
Cash and Young's family would eventually move to around the 63rd and St. Lawrence area when Cash was in 9th grade, and there they would join the local gang set, STL-EBT, and begin to spend time with other guys from the set, like Duck and Dutchie. The four would eventually form the rap group Flyboy Gang, aka FBG, together with rappers like Lil J, Billionaire Black, Duck's brother Brick, and Wooski, who was always more in the streets than in the booth, but would still rep the name at times in his music. However, before that, in 2009, when Cash was only 18 years old, he would get arrested for an armed robbery and get sentenced to 6 years, which meant that Cash would end up being locked up during the critical years when the war between the GDs and BDs would begin to escalate in the Woodlawn area. While Young and Dutchie and Duck would first begin to rap under the FBG moniker, and the drill movement as a whole would begin to form, with artists from the Woodlawn and Washington Park neighborhoods playing a key role in the genre's birth. With good time though, Cash would ultimately end up only doing 31 months, and in 2011 he would be released on house arrest. Cash would seemingly spend his time on social media, where he was making his affiliations known. His first tweet being how he's repping Dale Mob, the name that STL-EBT would call themselves after the murder of Dale Fisher in December 2011. And of course, repping their rap group FBG that he was now part of, as well as shouting out their affiliates like the MOB set and the Brick Squad, or dissing their ops like Fredo Santana, aka Mr. Scary Sight, and E-Day from 600. Cash was clearly studying the new drill scene, and seeing it blow up right in front of him, he too would decide.
I did almost, but I'm happy I didn't, cause me and Cash had a great relationship after that. Well, years after that. But I ain't gonna lie, that shit, you know, it was my RP, my nigga BK. BK wanted to take his jacket. Why he want to take his pelly? I don't know why he want to take his pelly. I can't tell you why, BK. Only Killer can tell you why. I mean, we was taking pellies. I ain't gonna lie. I feel like Rick James when he was talking about cocaine. We wasn't doing crack. Yeah, we was doing a little cocaine. Yeah, we was robbing niggas for their pellies. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I might have robbed niggas for 3-4 pellies that a year, and I'd still buy a pelly. Diabolical. And I'm still walking around in your pelly. And folks want to wear the pelly, RP my nigga white folks. If white folks want to wear a pelly, he got it. Lil Phil want to wear the pelly, he got it. I'm passing the pelly, you get a pelly. I'm passing pellies out to all the folks. But I need them back. I need them back because I'm finna sell it to some low end niggas. Yeah, fuck around, rob them niggas for their pelly too. Welcome to Killer Ward. But, you know, I'm happy I didn't. You know what I'm saying? Because I would have been in jail. Y'all would have known me. Cash wouldn't have made none of this good-ass music. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm happy I didn't know. On the G. Every story you tell about BK sound like he was a bug. BK, hey, my boy Killer right here. All people, my nigga Killer. Brian Naylor was that. I'll tell, man, me and BK used to be in some shit. Since he was a little nigga. I'm a little older than BK, about a couple years. But me and BK, since we was kids, we got to a lot of shit.
To get into rapping and make a name for himself. Being now part of the FBG crew, who were already making noise within the scene, Cash was in a great position to make it rapping, but he also had an ace up his sleeve to go viral. See, when Cash had been 16, he'd been messing around with an older woman, but this wasn't just any woman. This was Chief Keef's mother, Lola, who used to live in the Parkway Gardens, better known as O-Block. Now, with Keef being possibly the hottest new artist in the world at that point, and being the #1 enemy of Cash's STL-EBT set, due to often dissing them and their dead member Tupac in his music, Cash decided to clap back and use his old fling with Keith's mother to create publicity for himself in the drill scene, as he would many years later explain to a very confused Adam 22 who had seemingly missed this part of the early drill history.
How'd you go?
The only pellies I ain't take for niggas that had rips on it. If your shit had rips and it was missing rhinestones, I probably wouldn't take it. But if folks don't want to take your coat and they take your coat, I'm on their ass. On the boss. If folks don't want to take, cause you know niggas, you see niggas always put their hands in their pocket, and because their pelly might be ripped right here, or might be ripped in their pocket or something. You feel me? Like, them niggas with the red pelly, they always keep their hands in their pocket like this. Because they don't want you to see. Or they have a rip under their arm or something. I don't touch them type of pellies. I get niggas at the gas station, no Diddy. They at the gas station pumping gas. They go in that bitch. They get some blunts or something. Oh, you got some weed, folk? Oh, no, I'm good, shorty. Hey, I got some weed. You want to check me out? Hell yeah, let me see what you got, folk. Man, boy, I got that shit, boy. We from low end. Right at the time, we was robbing low end niggas like it was nothing. Cause them buildings was coming down. Them low end niggas was moving to them blocks. You know what I'm saying? Or they was just getting on them blocks, and they was like, they wasn't in them buildings no more. You know what I'm saying? So we was seeing them niggas, and they had bread. They walked right around the Audi trucks, Infinities and shit. That's when I didn't know what the fucking Infinity was. I didn't know what the Audi was. Low end niggas, they walk True Legend jeans, them Pellies. And I used to be sitting there like, so the nigga passed me the weed. Or go under they seat. Hey, hop in the car with me, shorty. I ride in the car with him. Don't even move, folks. Hold on, don't move, folks. Folks, I know what you thinking, G. Folks, oh, swear to God, don't move. Folks, I told you don't move, G. Keep that bitch right on your waist. Keep that bitch slow. Hold on, take that chain off. Don't move, folks. I swear to God. Cut that car off. Boy, what you reaching under that seat for? Put him out that car. He on the ground, but we are at the gas station on St. 9th Street. Go in your pockets and all that. Drive off in that bitch. Go take that bitch to 83rd. Drop off it. Go to 83rd. Go to fucking Foster Park. See what you got in that bitch. Count that money. Ride that bitch around. Pick fold them up. We riding. Well, he just took her in the gas station. Don't even worry about it. Ride that bitch. No diddy. Let folks them drive the car. I'll take the pills, weed, whatever. Take everything off you, boy. Leave you right there in my hood at the gas station. You ain't going nowhere. You might see me walking right back up to the street.
About
I'm a fucking idiot.
Getting into the music.
I promise you I was an idiot.
Like, I felt like,
ask folks to them. They'll tell you I ain't lying.
So like, they was already ahead of me in the race.
I'll rob you in your
that
car
wasn't even a race
and come back
but
walking.
they was already off, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I ain't want to just be the one to just drop a song and then they do poor, you know what I'm saying? So I was trying to do something to grab their attention. I made me and I ain't even make a Twitter yet. I was on Instagram and it wasn't even popping like that. It wasn't no live, but like it was some that happened with me and Chief Keef's mama, and that just put me over the top. Like, as far as like people want to know who I am.
Back then in 2012.
Like yeah, like that's when it came to.
What happened with his mom?
Like I used to with her. Like yeah. I ain't gonna cap. You know what I'm saying? It's been said before. Like, I ain't even gonna bring it up. That's my people. You know what I'm saying? She cool people, but like me and her relationship, like not a relationship, but relations like what started me rapping.
Really?
Yeah.
I kind of feel weird. Like I feel like you might be trolling me, and I don't want to have a serious conversation about it if you're just trolling me. But
In the summer of 2012, Cash would film himself calling Chief Keef's mother without her knowledge and trick her into admitting their relationship, with the video then getting posted online, where it would soon find itself going viral on worldstar.com, the biggest hip-hop culture platform at the time.
Calling Chief Keef mom, man. Real. Hey, what's up, man? When you gonna give me tickets to your son's show or not? I said, when you gonna give me tickets to one of your son's show or something? Yeah, I know that shock you, man. Your little son blew up. You would never guess that.
Yeah, you would never guess that. I'm on the Android, bro.
I know, that's crazy. I
love, bro.
How long you been with me, man? I know you trust me. That's what's up. That paid though, man. 7 years, yeah, that sound about right. We used to work at the metro station. How much Chief Keef was then?
Never! Yo! When you got cash cracking your mama, folks, and you a little nigga, ain't nothing you can do about it, gang. Not one thing you can do about it. Nothing you can do about it. What you gonna do? Sit there and look at him like, just mug him? Probably got the little, man, you know how they was giving kids them fucked up stuff and they shorty?
Y'all the real thing nowadays, man. I got the real thing. Dang. When you finish doing all that, right? Alright, come. Oh, I was man. She keep wrong, man.
I ain't gonna lie. I see why you did that, but on some shit, you could have finessed being a stepdaddy. I'm talking. Imagine him fucking with Keith mama still after Keith got, you know what I'm saying? After Keith got the millions. Imagine Cash still cracking his mama. He could have put Jaro City in a real position then. Wanna know why? Cause Keith mama still had power of attorney over that money. You know what I'm saying? I would have played that. I would have played my card right. If you play your card right, everything gonna be alright. That's how I'm coming. If you play
The video sparked widespread rumors and even created more animosity between these two warring gangs. But some people on Keith's side would seemingly also find it funny too, with King Von himself even tweeting about the incident, making fun of Keith, calling Cash his stepdad. The drill fans' eyes were now on Cash too, but soon after, a tragedy would strike, as Cash's good friend Lil Jojo would end up getting killed. But that wasn't all, because after Jojo's death, Worldstar would make a post out of it, calling Lil Jojo the brother of Cash, or Cash Out, as he was going by the time. Cash would further boost his name by doing a radio interview where he would discuss his beef with Chief Keef and the death of Lil Jojo, as well as his plans to become a rapper.
Got a mixtape coming out, but you know him from the controversy that's been going on up in Chicago in the rap scene, and you also know him from Worldstar Hip Hop. My homeboy, Mr. Cash Out. Cash Out, what's going on?
Bunch of special kids.
What's going on, man? Not much, man. I mean, I told you when they said you were looking for him, I said, man, let me go on and get on the ground and he go and hide the fuck out.
Man, I don't know how that play out, but I know I ain't hard to be found though.
I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you. Now I want the people to
hearing that after his death is wild.
Man, I don't know.
He gonna hide the fuck out.
Man, I don't know how that play out, but I know I ain't hard to be found though.
I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you. Now I want the people to understand, one, why you're here, because there's a lot of stuff we want to talk about. We're going to get into rap stuff. We're just going to get into real life stuff, so we're going to allow you to talk about everything. But why don't you tell them what transpired to make you seek me out?
Man, my name Cash Out, man. Cash Out 063. I'm from 63rd and St. Lawrence. And I'm saying, I've been in the streets since I was a shorty, man. Everything I do is valid. Everything I do got a stamp on it. I'm saying, I started a Twitter page. You know what I'm saying? I just recently come home from prison, so you know what I'm saying, a lot of this stuff, you know what I'm saying, like, it ain't new to me, but since it's been in the media and everything, like, I'm saying, like, it's basically our hood where I'm from. It's like in the spotlight right now, you know what I'm saying? I'm like a trending topic right now, so.
After getting his name in the mix through his wild antics, he would then begin to drop music together with other FBG-affiliated artists, such as Lil J.
Hey, man, look, having that gay-ass picture of Lil J with that City Trend shirt is crazy work. He got a fake BB Simone, some big-ass pants, and a City Trend shirt. I know that ain't even that, what's that shit called? That ain't even Moissanite. That shit straight up Forest City, gang. Billy J, more realer than shit he folks got on. Hey, but hit that super chat, hit that Cash App, oh gang!
Billionaire Black and Lil Jojo's brother Swag De Niro and King Yella. He would then even drop.
Bro, this is a goofy brigade.
Which is Lil J, Billionaire Black, and Lil Jojo's brother.
Bro, this is a goofy brigade. These the who's who to not fuck with in Iraq.
Swag De Niro, and King Yeller. He would then even drop a dedicated diss track to Chief Keef, which he would start by saying how it's F Chief Keef, F O Block, and F Lamron, before making his own gang affiliations with STL EBT known, as well as once again dissing the 300 movement, saying how they're going to shoot anyone who reps it. While dropping music, Cash would also remain a menace on social media, where he would further aim his disses towards his ops like 300, and specifically making fun of Lil Durk, like retweeting someone who was mentioning a rumor that Cash's good friend Boss Trell had beat up Lil Durk or Lil Reese, with Boss Trell, real name Rodney Stewart, being one of STL EBT's most known shooters at the time, who had even been rumored to have killed OD Perry, whom O Block is named after, together with the alleged female assassin KI, aka Jakira Barnes. Cash would also diss Durk's manager Chino, saying that he doesn't even know who he is. Some people from Lamron would engage back with Cash, daring him to come to their hood, but Cash would inform them that he doesn't do Twitter beefing. When KI, who was often having back and forths with King Von on Twitter, would tweet that she wants to meet Von face to face, Cash would respond and say that he likes Von and wants to meet him too, to which Von would respond and warn both of them they do not want that, and that he will meet them when they least expect it. With Cash being several years older than Von, he most likely just saw him as a kid, so Cash would let Von know that he himself has a fearsome reputation in the streets, and all Von has to do is ask around. But Von wasn't impressed the slightest, saying that if Cash ever starts coming back outside, they can bump heads. Cash would continue to talk about his reputation as a moneymaker, but Von would tell Cash to ask his friends about him instead, referring to his reputation as a killer since he'd already at this point had a rumored 4 bodies under his belt by the end of October 2012, with this Twitter exchange seemingly taking place the very same day that Von had allegedly murdered Gyro City member P5. Cash would then end the back and forth, saying that he still likes Von and confirming that his name is indeed ringing in the streets, but Von doesn't make any money like him. This statement perhaps revealing a certain generational gap that already existed between the likes of Cash and Von, despite the two having only a 4-year age difference, with Cash being part of the older generation of hustlers, while Von was part of the new generation of gangsters who is much...
One thing about Cash, I told y'all before, Cash wasn't no hater for real. I mean, he kind of did that move on Keith, you know what I mean, Keith mama shit, but he just try to prove a point. That's more like pillow talking, you know, like you, I don't tell about motherfucking. I could be cracking any hoe. I ain't telling my, if I crack a hoe, I ain't gonna tell you. If I tell you it's on accident. If you find out I fucked any hoe I'm fucking, I promise you it's on accident. I ain't telling you on purpose.
more interested in making their name as a killer rather than a moneymaker. But still, it was clear that Cash was savvy to the ways of the new generation when it came to online trolling, as he clearly didn't mind doing the most to garner attention, like tweeting how he was in Lamron's hood at a gas station and that locals were so broke that they were asking him for spare change, and posting himself in front of O Block, aka Parkway Gardens sign, or even posting a photo where he said that he was with Chief Keef's daughter, KK. This perhaps being made possible by Keef's mother, who might have still been messing around with Cash even after he had outed their relationship. Lil Durk too would continue to be trolled by Cash, who would let him know that he was the first person with a Pelly Pelly jacket, after Durk had released a music video for his song This Ain't What You Want, where he can be seen rocking the brand. An interesting detail when you consider that Durk dropped a hit song called Pellicoat years later. After some time went on, when Cash would announce that nobody who dissed him had ever returned back to the hood, this would prompt a fan to tell Cash to say that to Lil Durk, to which Cash would boastfully respond by asking when had Durk ever dared to diss him. Years later, the Reddit Chiracologists would ponder why Cash had been dissed so little by his ops compared to some of his peers, with the consensus seemingly being that one part of this was the fact that Cash would end up getting locked up numerous times throughout the 2010s, therefore being out of sight and out of mind from his ops.
It's true, Cash was locked up a lot. My boy Cash, he was, he ain't gonna lie, folks locked up a lot, son. And the boss he was. Also locked up a lot.
For a long period. However, as we know, Lil Durk would diss many of Cash's good friends, even in the early songs, and when Durk would drop the song Competition, where he raps how he's trying to kill...
Hey, I'm finna fuck y'all heads up. What I just tell y'all? Chicago, we full of what? Chiefs. Black. Look, our sign is the Black Hawk. What folks got on his neck? A chief. See what I'm saying? Hey, boy, you better pay attention, boy.
And out of mind from his ops for a long period. However, as we know, Lil Durk would diss many of Cash's good friends, even in the early songs, and when Durk would drop the song...
Damn, RP my nigga, Motor. Shout out Tristan. I didn't know Fat Shorty, but I ain't fuck with him. I ain't gonna say why. Just know I didn't.
competition where he raps how he's trying to kill Duck's
I didn't
brother,
know.
Brick, aka 30, and Motor from Jaro City, Cash would gleefully tweet to Motor asking if he
I
had
used
heard
to
the new
fuck with
diss.
Motor.
In December 2013, it was finally time for Cash to drop
Motor,
his
my
own
boy.
mixtape titled No More Free Cash, which would include the song like Dear Boss Trell, a tribute to his friend who had gotten killed in November 2012 under mysterious circumstances. The song including now ominous lyrics like how Cash couldn't wait to meet his friend in the afterlife, and asking Boss Trell to save a spot for him in heaven because he's coming to join him, but he doesn't know when. And of course, the tape would also include another diss towards Chief Keef titled War With Who, where Cash would call himself the lieutenant of his set, whilst also dissing dead O-Block members like J Money and OD Perry. In May 2014, when Durk's cousin Nooski, aka OTF Nunu, would be killed, allegedly by Cash's good friend 051 Melly, Cash would immediately take to Twitter to troll Nooski's friends by making a tribute post to him. Then, a few days later, Cash would tweet again how they were up on the scoreboard while their ops were hurting bad, to which someone would reply by saying that they might be leading in bodies, but 300 and OTF were now making way more money, which would prompt Cash to reply and argue that they were also making plenty of money in their hood. Then, when Durk's manager Chino was killed in March 2015, 051 Melly, who was allegedly also behind this murder, would tweet about a month later how he needed a baseball jersey for the coming weekend, to which Cash would reply that Melly might need a Boston Celtics jersey the way he's been sweeping it up, as the Celtics at the time had just been swept in the playoffs by losing 4 matches in a row against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Melly would respond by jokingly calling Cash a goofy, to which Cash would respond by cryptically saying that somebody has to wear the shirt because of the way they're sweeping, with it not being clear if Cash was talking about the GDs or basketball at this point. While Melly would respond by seemingly denying that he had anything to do with either crime, Cash would also continue to diss Nooski, as he would take lyrics from Chief Keef's hit song Earned It, where Keef disses Tuka. He would also tweet saying that the last time someone tried something, they ended up dead, together with the hashtag Nooski, which is in fact a lyric from his song with Wooski titled Give No Fs, where he...
Bro, I don't understand this. I know you fuck with folks now, but why you claiming they work? You don't even know them niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though you saying, like, you just diss it because them niggas fuck with Parkway at the
appears
time.
to
I don't like
insinuate that Nooski...
Bro, I don't diss niggas that my homies them dissing because they dissing them and they got be. They ain't got shit to do with me. Both of them smoked your people. Ain't got me. Now, if I smoked your baby daddy or your brother or your cousin or your daddy or your nephew and them, I'll be like, hey, that's that. But I'm not finna, hey, we smoking such and such because folks them don't like you. Hey, y'all don't like him, we don't like him either. We brothers. Hell, nah, I'm a slime. Boy, you don't like him, you don't like him. I'll still rob you and still hang with him and still kill him and still fuck with you and tell you I don't fuck with him. And really, I ain't telling niggas I don't fuck with nobody. I just smile.
Nooski had tried to run up on his friends before getting killed himself. Cash did so much trolling that
Bitch,
it
they
was
don't
sometimes
fuck
hard
with
to tell if
snakes.
he was
I'm
being
a
serious
King
or
Cobra.
not. Like when
Fuck
Lil
you
Durk
talking
would make
about?
his pop-adjacent collabs with his, at the time, girlfriend Dej Loaf. Cash would tweet how their song was actually alright. But in 2016, Cash would get into a particularly bad situation with the law, as he was arrested and allegedly charged with 4 felonies, which would end up getting him locked up for an even longer period, before eventually getting released in August 2017, and getting back to his usual activities like releasing music.
Now in Chicago, niggas weren't claiming work that wasn't theirs. They was claiming make-believe bodies. They was claiming bodies that never existed. That's what they used to be doing. Oh, hold on, did I just mute my shit on accident? I'm a boss, I did. Why is he saying it's muted?
In August 2017, and getting back to his usual activities like releasing music by himself and with his FBG brothers, and now also beginning to enjoy the increased attention that the whole FBG was getting due to Duck's song Slide becoming a hit. But one thing that Cash was doing less was his usual antics of dissing and trolling the ops, perhaps due to having so many other things to focus on in his life at this point. By then, he had largely moved past these old school street beefs. However, not everyone close to Cash was following this trajectory. After all, in January 2018, his good friend Wooski would release his song Computers Remix, one of the most infamous diss songs in all of the history of Chicago drill, where Wooski would let the ops have it, including guys like Lil Durk, Nooski, Pluto, and Chino, and Cash wasn't ducking any smoke either, as he too would proudly take part in the music video. Unfortunately, Cash would eventually get in trouble with the law once again, this time for threatening a police officer, and soon he would find himself behind bars once again, before seemingly getting released during the summer of 2020. However, not long after, in June 2020, an incident would take place that would significantly escalate the beef between Cash and OTF, as Cash would get sucker punched at the famous Lenox Mall in Atlanta, allegedly by none other than Lil Durk's childhood friend Day Day from Tay-Town, after which Tay-Town members like OTF Didi would allegedly join in and chase Cash out of the mall.
Change. R.I.P. my cousin, my heartbeat gonna beat the same.
Oh, what the hell? Forgot about this shit, Lenny. They right back for Trade Secret, boy. I know where they at, boy.
Cash will talk about the incident on Instagram Live, mocking those who attacked him for failing to steal his chain and not doing anything of note to him despite being alone.
These so weak, folks. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
Hey, G, let me call you in the bathroom, G.
Folks, them people just, I'm in the dressing room. These jumped on me in limits right now.
No.
Like 7, folks. And then they didn't even take my chain. They didn't even run my pockets. They didn't even take my phone.
I would have blinked. So what the issue was?
No, just FBG, Puka. They didn't even take the chain. He, a little bit, something from she spit. She like, I spit something for you.
Some fans would later speculate that Durk was indirectly referencing this incident in his song All Love, where he rapped how his ops are always getting jumped at malls.
Niggas getting jumped at malls. Oh. It's half of that. So, 50. It's 50 for a 15-minute video. Because 10, 20, 20, 20, 40. Half of 10. Yeah, it's 50. 50 gang. You know I got you, Nova. You know you my dog, boy. You know that? On GD.
But this song had in fact been released months prior to the incident. However, Day himself would seemingly mention the incident in a March 2021 song, Catch a Op, with THFTP, where he raps about catching an op at the Lenox Mall, before specifically mentioning...
said 15. Hold on. 20? It's 20? Yes, it's $30, bro. I thought you said 25. My bad. Yeah, bro, it's 30. Is it? 20? Half is... 20? Yeah. Yeah. 30. Hey, boy, you already... Hey, man. Shout out to my mods, bro. Y'all got that. All y'all the mods. Y'all know what's going on. But folks right this time, bro. But before time, he threw a bogus number out there before, well, but he right. It's 30.
Cash and Wooski. In October 2020, just a week before King Von would be tragically killed, he would release his debut album, Welcome to O-Block, which featured the classic drill anthem, Back Again, featuring Lil Durk and Prince Dre. A song that starts with Durk rapping how he doesn't even ask when it comes to Cash. If his goons catch him, they're gonna shoot him. The fans have commonly understood these lyrics to be about FBG Cash, with Lil Durk saying that he doesn't even ask his goons to shoot Cash because they know that it's expected of them if they see...
I thought you said 25-minute video, bro. Some shit like that. Yeah, I thought you said 25 minutes. 15, yeah, it's 30 minutes. $30.
However, the lyrics could also have an alternative meaning, with Durk essentially saying that he doesn't even ask his goons how much they want for a hit, because monies that Cash too thought these lyrics were about him. And after Von's death, he would immediately begin disrespecting him, responding to Boss Top's tribute to Von, telling him to shut his mouth. In February 2022, towards Von would get even worse, as he would post a picture on Instagram standing in front of King Von's mural while throwing up the middle finger. But that wasn't even the most disrespectful part, as in the caption of the photo, he would write how the whole world witnessed O-Block's main shooter getting killed. Taking this photo was something that Cash later eerily claimed that Lil Durk had actually dared him to do in his DMs, revealing this to Adam22 on No Jumper and explaining that him and Lil Durk would actually talk privately.
Oh yeah, so why'd you take that picture with the King Von mural?
Durk told me to.
How did he tell you to?
About playing with Durk, and the funny part, Cash thought nothing of it. Cash thought nothing of this, bro. Whole time Durk sitting back like, Diddy, I'm bored. Do something to make me feel good. What you want, Smirk? You want a perk 30? I said make me feel good. I'm finna call the BDs for Mike City. I'm joking. Durk didn't say that. I'm just making the joke. It's kind of funny.
Through text. Nah, he blocked me now, but yeah, through text.
What you want to show me your conversation with him?
Nah, he blocked me. He blocked me.
The conversation's still there, right?
Nuh-uh.
You delete text?
Yeah, like when I want to... See, I ain't big on confrontation sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Like, most times I ain't big on confrontation, so when I go through, I don't know. And then that was distasteful, man. Like,
what was what kind of conversation were you having before he told you to go take this photo?
Me, him, go over there and do that and see what happened to you.
Yeah.
I'm outside right now.
You hit him up?
Yeah. Yeah.
And he was just like, hey, what's up? Why Chicago's so weird because the ops always be talking to each other and like going on live and tweeting at each other.
Everybody, it's just the weird I'm like talking about.
I don't see a ton of that in LA.
I told Durk stop sneak dissing me before he left me on scene.
Really? So you kept barking on him?
No, I just left it. He left me on scene. I just left it on in the DM.
Right.
Going back and forth with the ops was apparently a common thing, as other DMs between Cash and O-Block's Mana Duke would later leak online too.
Hey Duke, listen to me, folks. Listen to what I'm saying, folks. Pull your skirt down, folks. You not making no noise, folks. I'll ball you up and put you in garbage can, boy. You can't see me with binoculars, dude. You can't see me on no type of level, folks. You better stop sharing them bankrolls with niggas, folks. You can't beat me on the song. You can't beat me at fighting, spit, none of that weightlifting. We can pitch quarters. You can't beat me, dude. You hear me? You hear me? Take time try to get some followers up. Man, hey, look here. Go to your room.
A few days after the mural picture, Cash would double down by releasing the song Back Again 2 times, a direct reference to Von's song Back Again, where Durk had seemingly dissed him. The music video starts with Cash watching a clip of Durk's $1 million worth of game episode where OTF sings along to the original Back Again song dissing Wooski.
We into it till you die, real street. Some funeral, I might decide. Rest in peace. Shoot up everybody that's outside. When we feel this one, I know when we feel twisted.
In a wheelchair, and how Lil Durk still hasn't gone back for Von. He would also diss Lil Durk's fallen friend, Pluto and Lil Mo from Lamron, and even Durk's brother Dthang, saying that he doesn't go to Club O anymore where Dthang died. It was no surprise then that Lil Durk would seemingly respond to Cash soon after, as he would allegedly post and delete an Instagram story with a cryptic message, saying that someone shouldn't be dissing Dthang if they're chasing girls and lingering in places, because it won't end well. And also in March, Durk would release his song Computer Murderers, which appeared to address Cash's photo in front of the Von mural, as Durk warned someone about sneaking pics in front of the mural like his goons won't come out from O-Block and shoot them. Only a few months later, things would really begin to go wrong for FBG Cash, as the Chicago YouTuber and hip-hop journalist Drea O would later reveal, Cash would do an interview with her sometime in May, where he would reveal that he had recently been in an incident where he and a girl he was with had been shot at while they were in the car during the early morning hours.
Look, so I did right, cause like folks, somebody had just shot me last week, but they were just like so mild.
You got shot.
But it wasn't. Look, it wasn't shot. Look like look, this what they did. This what they did. Like fuck.
Did you get shot as bullet fragments?
They bullet fragments. So look, this was the did. I was in the car with them. Hell no. Look.
What is wrong with you?
So like this one is the one that went through the car. I was in the passenger seat. He flamed that bitch up and saw through the front window in the back.
What?
Knocked the back window out, everything. So like.
You were driving and shooting at you?
No, I was in the passenger seat, so that nigga shooting so hard I couldn't even. It was this female, like. And then I know, I think it was her because like I was at her crib at like 4:20 in the morning. Her just left rap a lot, so I was sitting at her crib. And a guy kept on calling her phone. Call. So I'm like, she's like, oh my God, he steady calling. I'm like, who? He's like, my boyfriend. I'm like, all right. She was like, I hope he don't come over here. So like my girl was sitting right here, but see when you got keys to your crib or something? She was like, yeah, damn, now you see, yeah, I forgot I gave him keys.
Yo, y'all
Dumb
niggas
ass,
can hear me?
I like an Instagram model ass motherfucker. Of course now, bro.
Yo, son, y'all niggas